Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing? I'm Craig here on a rainy day on the Thai farm. It's actually been raining all night. It's a drizzle though, but the entire sky is gray, and I don't know, does that do it justice? I don't know. But I do know that everything's wet. I'm not sure it gave me much water in the catchment for the tank, but yeah, we'll check that later. I do know I got the text message, and I heard the guy pull up and dropped off one of my Lazada deliveries. I thought it was my cordless grinder so I could go cut that front gate, but it's not. It's actually another chainsaw. If you remember, or well, if you watch other videos, I had these. My wife buys these little handy chainsaws, and she bought, I think we have 3 of them now. One of them I broke, but I can still use it, and the handle. And the other one, the next one that she bought to replace that, was actually a cheaper version, so it doesn't actually work as good. I don't know what's the deal. Maybe it's the thrust or whatever, you know, the wattage or something like that. And dude, can I even open this thing? They got it wrapped like 500 times. But then she bought basically another one of the first one, like the one I broke, and because that one has good power. It's like a, you know, copy of a Japanese one or something. And but this one, I was buying the you know, the cordless grinder, and you know, you look at everything on Lazada anyway. And this one was, I don't know, it was like 700 baht or 700 or 800, but it was on sale, like 85% off, whatever. So it was only like 137 baht or something like that. So I thought, well, you know, they're little ones. They probably, other ones probably break. I'll just get it. You know, it's $4 for a chainsaw. Come on, man, $4, and it can cut. This one, oh man, this one will probably, it's a little bit hard to get all apart because of the rain out here. The boxes, I think, is absorbed moisture or something. But anyway, yeah, check it out, man. Boom. Electric chainsaw stand. It says electric chainsaw stand. It better be a chainsaw in here, man. Maybe that's why it was 137 baht. Wouldn't be the first time. Nope, it's a whole chainsaw. I got it out here, man. Check it out. Boom. You got your chain. Got your all assemblies. Handle. I think that's metal. Feels kind of like alloy. You got 11.5-inch blade on that baby. That's pretty good, man. $4. Yeah. For $4. You know, you can find those deals sometimes. You spend enough time, and when you look for something on Lazada, you know, the Amazon of Asia, you don't jump on the first thing that looks like a good deal. Just keep looking at them, and all of a sudden, you know, they show up in the feed. You'll see something probably like this, you know, like 85% off. I mean, it's you know, that's hard plastic. It's kind of rinky-dink a little bit, but You know, this is steel. It's a case hardened chainsaw blade. Looks just like every other chainsaw blade I've ever had. So, boom, it'll be all right. I think it'll work good. But let me put that together. All right, let me see. Ouch. See if y'all can see it. Can you see that? Yeah. Boom. English. Oh. Dude, you're not even gonna believe this. This is too funny. So I'm looking at the instructions. I looked at this. I thought, you know, well, there's the chainsaw blade, and there's the chain, and you know, and there's the housing, and just grabs it. And then, you know, I wasn't paying attention. If I was, I would have said, wait a minute, where's the motor? Where's the electric part of the motor? I thought it was a battery operated chainsaw. I thought it was a battery operated chainsaw, man. But it's not what I saw, because then oftentimes on these Lazada things, you'll get instructions, and then some of the instructions are like for a couple different kinds of tools or whatever, you know, multi-purpose, so they only have to print one or whatever. But anyway, and so when I saw this, I thought, oh, that's just, you know, for the other part or whatever. And so right here, they're showing you that this thing is an attachment to what is really your angle grinder. That's probably why it showed up in the feed when I was looking for cordless angle grinders, you know, that I could cut the metal with. So I have to take this bracket right here. This goes over my angle grinder side or whatever. And this, you know, this probably traps on the angle grinder, you know, like this or something. Yeah. Wow. Maybe it was too good to be true. But hey, you know, the blade, I do see that the blade and the chain on this thing, you know, it's the same configuration as the 6-inch blades I use for the other chainsaws. So other little handhelds. So if it doesn't really work good or whatever, I'm sure I could use this longer 11.5-inch blade and chain, or bar and chain as it's called, on my other handheld ones, you know. But I do have, you know, I have a couple grinders already. My first grinder that I've been using so much when I was doing all the work building the shop house over there, that eventually like ground down, or maybe just didn't have enough torque. I think I was trying to cut through stuff, and it just, you know, was taking forever or whatever. So I realized I needed a better one. I think I bought that one on Lazada for, you know, whatever, maybe 200 baht or something. And then so I went and bought a Makita, you know, a good one, has a lot of power. Definitely also more difficult to hold for a long time because it's heavier. But anyway, that one with the more torque attached to this chainsaw might be the ticket. I was hoping it was the long saw bar, with the battery operated, because then my wife could use that for the longer pieces, probably safer for her. But now I got to attach it to the grinder, which is, well, here are two things, right? Well, one, it says electric, that's fine. I can hook it to my powerful grinder and get it torquing, but I'm also getting the battery operated grinder. Should maybe even today. It should have been here. And I could hook this up to the battery operated grinder, so then I will have a battery operated chainsaw. What do you think? Well, I'm gonna put this back in the box or so. Well, the box is all busted up. But yeah. I should have known. So I was telling myself, dude, 137 baht for a handheld battery operated chainsaw. That, you can't beat that. Buy it. So I did. And then I have now been enlightened as to the reality of my purchase. But hey, for $4, that's still a pretty good deal. It cost me $4. It cost me more than $4 probably for those bolts that put it together. You know, Home Depot or something. Whew. But yeah, everything is wet. That's all right though. Again, like I said, it's just sprinkling. What is that? You hear that? It sounds like a phone ringing, like a shop phone ringing on the wall, really loud so everybody can hear it. It's probably from the construction guy across the street, cement guy. Yeah, everything's wet here. Check this out. So my wife told me, hey man, your wood. So this wood that I've got, I've used it, I've showed you in a couple of videos, my stack over there. And I laid some of it out. Well, you can see that the sand, it's actually not sand, it's more like the termite thing going. Well, and you know, like I said, my wife said, oh my gosh, you know, termite thing, you're they're eating it. Well, I ain't worried about that, because I'm gonna cover my cement for the rain. They're eating on the top of it. What'll happen is they'll get underneath the bark, like between the bark and the wood, but they won't be able to really eat the wood because it'll be much harder to eat, so it'll be easier to start eating the bark, and that's what helps make the bark just pop off. So, you know, if it stops raining, when it gets hot out, and maybe tomorrow it'll be hotter and then it'll be dry, and then probably a good time to go over there and check it to see if the bark will just pop off like I want it to, because then I can just use the hard pieces of, you know, yucca or eucalyptus wood. And yeah, so I'm not worried about those little termite situations. And they're kind of restricted to that kind of wood. I mean, I got old crappy wood laying around here, scraps and stuff, but the termites don't come over here. I think I ran into cobwebs on my face, man. Checking my water tank. Oh, that's chock full right there. that tank is full, so perhaps, huh? We doing that? The blue tank's full, right? Yeah.
Full now?
Yeah, it's full.
Okay. Well, put the water over it.
Uh huh. Yeah. Oh yeah. What you mean in this tank? A little bit of water in there. Rainy days on Thai Farm. You can still get stuff done. I don't mind the rain. Actually, I don't even mind getting wet. In Thailand anyway. You know, if it's freezing cold during the cold months, we don't get rain, so. But if it was cold and rainy, yeah, then I would be like, nasty. I'm just watching. I put a new little float up here. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do today. I decided that I'm gonna change the hold on a second. I'm gonna change the water program here on the Thai Farm. And currently my existing water tank that we use helps fill that big 1,000 liter over there by the house. But what I'm gonna do here is I think that 1,000 liter will hit up here, but the idea is to take the 1,000 liter, bring it over here, and then put the water tank system and the automatic pump. So basically eliminating this tank system that I have. Again, when I first built this, it was in my brain, I wanted to have the regular, normal kind of pressurized system, but my wife was against that. Figured we could use what resources we have, which we did, and then some. But it's been a lot of work, man. A lot of work because I put it inside here. If I had known what I know now, I would have built that stuff out here and much higher, so that I could have had much more gravity pushing that down and making it flow faster and all that. But as it is, we need to maintain a high level of water in here in order to get enough gravity pressure to, you know, transfer between tanks to get it out of here. So anyway, but now I have moved into the idea that I think I'm done with this after 18 months, and we'll go ahead and put the normal, you know, single cylinder fiber tank filter with about 150, maybe 200 psi, and my 1,000 liter tank over here, and an automatic pump. And I'm not sure if I need to. I think I might need another pump to pull it out of, or automate this pump. I can probably automate it by putting another piece on there or something. I'll check that out. But so yeah, I thought about that today. I thought about, well, maybe I should go over to the water guy and just get it started. Ask him if this cement pad right here is going to be enough, you know, enough of a space for all that. It should be. Otherwise, I have to pour more cement, extend it out there, which I don't think I'm going to need to do. But anyway, it shouldn't be too much. Probably about how you dog, man. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much. Probably around, well, if I get the good pump and that, and the good filter tank, probably close to about 20,000 baht. But what that'll do is that will enable me too. Once I get that system, I can take the tanks offline and actually dismantle that whole thing, demo it down. If I can separate the rings, I'll use the rings somewhere else for something else, planters or something, I don't know. And then I can wall that up and make my shop bigger. I mean, that's my ultimate goal, right? I need more space, man. I need a nice bench right where those tanks are. Oh, I wanted to check, did the water breach my damn wood yet on my bench, on my bridge? It is. Whew, it's chock full over there. Oh man, I think it's touching the water. Well, no, it looks like it's about a couple of, oh no, it's touching the water right there. Dang, man. Well, most of it's not touching the water, but at the end of like right after that last pole, you know, I have it canted up a little bit, right? So as it cants down to go up, that's the part that's kind of touching, but it's right there. It's like a credit card between the water and the wood. I mean, it is teak wood, so I probably don't have to worry too much about being submerged or whatever. But now that I'm looking at all that, even my deck, the deck is still only whatever 6 or 8 inches off of the side rails are probably 6 inches off of the water. I probably should have put, instead of putting the side rails, I probably should have used like 8-inch board on the side rails to make, well, the deck stands higher. It's the side rails I'm worried about. So probably should have used maybe more cement to raise the cement post more before I put the side rails. It's all in hindsight, right? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But yeah, so that's the idea. I'm gonna take my blue water tank that I've newly set up and all that. Just made all that. And on consultation with the water guys, take that tank, put it back there, set up the pressurized charcoal filter kind of thing that everybody's using now, and then you know, disengage my filter system that I made. It's a good, the system I made is actually a good system. It's just that it's underneath the shop roof. It's too small, I've realized, even though I put 5 rings on it now. I started with 3, and even then we had like, dude, where's the pressure? And I'm like, gravity, man, gravity. So I put 4. I saw it increase a little bit, and then I was like, shit. So I put 5, and then, you know, got it to where it's much better. But still, I mean, you go around, and it's the smaller rings. You know, you go around to these guys that have, and even the you know, the model that I took it from, which was from another farm. They were using the big rings. So even if there was only 5 of them, if there were 5 big rings stacked up, that would be a much larger volume of water to be pushing down from gravity. So I probably would have gotten even better water flow had I used bigger rings under the house. So, you know, and that would probably be my advice. If you if you had a limited space and you had to do it indoors, like maybe underneath the house or something like that for whatever reason, I'd use the biggest rings they had to create the heaviest volume of water, so it would, you know, benefit the most from gravity to push it through to the next tank and the next tank, like that. But I don't know, I guess it's time, so I'm not worried about it. That'll be a video to come. I was gonna do it myself, like just go buy the, you know, the ceramic or the tank and the pump, but yeah, I don't want to. So, and they're kind of the water guys, they're all inclusive. They're like, oh, we'll bring the pump, the filter tank, and then the water tank, and you know, PVC. We'll hook it all up for you. We'll test it. You can even try it out, and if you don't like it, we'll take it out. Whoa. So, but in this case, I just bought that tank, so I can probably take the tank out of the equation and just tell the guy, well, I don't need the tank. So maybe that's like 5,000 baht off of the top or something. But the tanks, I saw the filter tanks, you know, carbon fiber versus metal and this and that. And the tanks were, they're anywhere from like 7,000 or 8,000 to 20 or 30,000 just for a good tank. But I don't need all that. I need just your average tank, probably 10,000 baht or something, filter tank or whatever. And then maybe another good pump. You can get pumps from 4,000 all the way to 40,000, whatever. But 150 psi to 200 psi, you're probably talking about 6,000 or 7,000 baht. So all in, I'm looking at probably less than 20, and that's fine for me not to have to do anything. For that to be all set up in a day, yeah, buddy. I think rain's coming down a little harder. I can hear it hitting my canopy, the canopy of the trees that I'm talking about, which is good. This is the first day it's been raining like since I got up, like all day, like a rainy day. Not pouring like the other days where, you know, in Thailand here and certainly everywhere in Asia, probably you get those downpours that and it just comes down 3 sheets, man, and it only happens though for like 20 minutes, and then you don't see it for a long time. But anyway, it's good. I can handle the rain. My wife likes it because then she doesn't have to water the grass or the gardens. All right, man. Well, that's a quick update from here on the farm. And again, thanks for watching, and keep watching. And I'll get back to you with more from the Bonal.